Welcome back to our channel for another video. Today I'm very happy to showcase the brand new solo that I have in my hands for Mesopotamia. I'm going to structure this video in this way. First of all, I'm going to briefly describe the rules for the solo and a brief introduction, as you'll find the detail to jump right into the timestamps of the description of this video. And then I will follow with a solo playthrough that I'm going to record and show you how the game plays as a solo in practice. Now, a few rules about the solo. The solo comes with three modes. First we have the exploration mode, then we have the Siege of Ur mode, and third we have the Guardians of Ashur mode. First, the exploration mode. This mode simulates a standard competitive game by introducing an automaton as a player. You can even include this automaton in multiplayer games as one of the opponents, or team up with other players to play cooperatively against it. The second option, the second mode, is the Siege of Ur mode. This mode presents a race against time. You will lead a siege against one of the most advanced and fortified cities of the Bronze Age. Meanwhile, the automaton scrambles to secure precious resources, deprive you of events, and ultimately ascend the event and population tracks to defeat you. The third and final mode that you can play as a solo is the Guardians of Ashur mode. This mode offers a castle defense experience. A relentless horde is approaching you and you must face 6 brutal waves of enemies, each more vicious than the last. Spearmen march, horses gallop, and chariots thunder, and battering rams strike your walls. Only a true leader will be able to hold the line. Now, let's explore these modes in detail, and actually let's focus more on the exploration mode, which I'm going to be also playing as a solo playthrough. Mesopotamia, in a solo mode, is a challenging experience. It simulates a two-player competitive game, but with one player controlled by the game itself. This game control player will be referred to as the automaton for this playthrough and this set of rules. You can also use automaton in the multiplayer games. For example, you can play with 3 human players and 1 automaton. The human player plays the game as usual, just as they would against another player. The automaton is controlled by 2 decks of cards. We have the strategy cards with the blue back, and we have the action cards with a red back. Now, let's focus and examine each of this deck and how it functions in detail. A closer look, this is the strategy card deck and this is the action card deck, which is much thinner actually. Now, the strategy cards. The strategy deck consists of 10 basic strategy cards and 2 civilization specific cards. That means that we have a total of 10 action cards. Again, this is just print and play on a normal paper. Keep in mind this is a prototype. You'll find that the final production game will have the same quality as the original linen finish cardstock. So we have the normal 10 strategy cards. So I'm just showing you briefly how they look like. And I'm going to explain both the anatomy and how they're used. These are a total of 10 cards. Okay, these are the general cards, and we have additional civilization specific cards. So we have 2 for the Babylonians, 2 for the Sumerians, 2 for the Akkadians, and 2 for the Elamites. As you'll see, when we're going to construct the strategy deck, we're going to use 8 cards, 8 strategy cards from the basic ones, and we're going to find and replace the 2 civilization specific cards from here with the 2 from the specific civilization we're playing as an NPC against. That means, for example, if I'm playing versus the Babylonian, which is going to be this playthrough, I need to find the defense and the fortification cards, which should be these 2, remove them, and add the faction-specific Babylonian defense and Babylonian fortification. Now this is going to create a very custom specific strategy deck, which is going to have the 2 civilization-specific cards of the Babylonians, okay, and the actual cards in this deck is all going to be 10, okay, with the replacements for the specific faction that you're playing. Now, strategy cards represent the long-term tactical goals the automaton must complete to achieve victory. Each card contains 2 steps, and each requiring an action to be completed. Now let's see how strategy cards work. During the automaton turn, we will draw 3 cards from this strategy card deck. So 3 cards from this deck and place them face up. So let's say from the deck of the strategy cards, I drew these 3 cards and lay them in front of me. Each strategy card has an initiative condition. You see, let's see the anatomy of the card. It's a condition here described. This is the title of the card. Okay. Actually, let's get the Sumerian progress. Let's say we're playing versus Sumerians. Okay. So you see that we have the title of the card, the condition. We have 2 priorities. The priority on the left if it's true, and the priority on the right if it's false for this statement. So the condition. Okay. Then we have a location for when the action is performed. In this case, for the research. In this case, for the grow and draw. For the grow and draw action. And here, in some cases, we have the icon of the empire that the card belongs to. In this case, this is a civilization-specific card. That's why you see the icon of the Sumerians, specifically. Now, that being said, once we draw the 3 cards and we place them in a column, then we have to see if the condition is met. If the condition is met, the card receives the highest value initiative. That means, let's say we drew them with this turn. Okay, it doesn't matter. So we pick up this card. The condition says, if you have not yet discovered Code of Law, then if that is true, the card itself gets a priority of 3. If this is false, and you have discovered it, then this card gets a priority of 13. So let's assume I have not discovered Code of Law. That means this card gets a priority of 3. So by getting a priority of 3, that means that this card has priority of 3. That means out of all the numbers I see, this is the lowest number, highest priority. That means it goes on top. Okay? This is how it works. Followed by the next card. It has again the condition. If you have less than 2 settlements, I have 0, then the priority is 8. Now if this number goes lower than the previous one, it will go on top, but 3 is lower than 8, so this is how it stays. We have 3 for this priority card and 8 for this priority card. And let's say the last card is attack. If your opponent occupies a settlement or event, let's say the opponent occupies an event, that means that this priority is true. Okay, so it has a number of 9. But even if it goes false, you will have a priority number of 19. So in any case, both 9 and 19 are higher numbers than 8. That means this card will go at the bottom. Okay, so we have a priority fixed by the condition. Whether it's true or false, they reposition themselves from top to bottom, depending on the lower number going at the top, okay, out of the 2. That means first is this card, then this card, and then it's that card. And this has importance. So you arrange these 3 cards in order from highest to lowest priority. Highest the lower number, 3. Lowest priority, okay, number 9 in this case, or 19, depending which one was true. Okay, and if it was, true or false. You fix the row, or the column I should say, and this system allows automaton to prioritize tactics based on the current game state. Now, in this case, we have fixed the strategy cards for the round that we're going to play. We're within the automaton's turn, let's say, and we know that these are the 3 strategy cards that it focuses. Let's move now to action cards. Action cards have this back. They have blue background instead of red background instead of blue. Okay, and they say action cards clearly at the back. Action cards represent the automaton's ability to perform the action the strategy cards require. These cards can be loosely compared to the dinger dice rolled by the players. Sometimes these icons will match technology, sometimes they won't, and occasionally you'll draw a star card that can be used for any action. So how these action cards work? The number of action cards drawn depends on the automaton's ziggurat level. So, again, the ziggurat level could be all the way from 0 to 6, if you remember. And in a normal multiplayer game, this dictates how many dinger dice you can roll, which give you the opportunity to place them on slots, I remind you, on your player board, matching the icons, to gain additional bonus actions. Okay, so there are different levels, so you can either play the Emperor, easy, the Igigi, medium difficulty, or the Anunnaki, hard difficulty. Okay, and this is simply how many cards, actions you're going to have, meaning how many actions you're going to draw from the action deck. Okay, you're always going to perform one extra action, but we'll talk about that in a later stage. So let's say we're focusing on an Emperor Easy. We're going to play Easy in this playthrough. That means if the Ziggurat level is 0 of the automaton, that means the player is going to be drawing 0 cards, so no cards drawn from the action deck. Okay, and in this case, like in all cases, the automaton is going to, in addition to the matches that you're going to make, more on that later, play the card that play the action that is on the top and most left unoccupied space. In this case, top and most left, they will make a research action, and you're going to place them up for other to indicate that this has happened. Okay, that being said, if the Ziggurat level is 1, again we're going to draw 0 cards. If the Ziggurat level of the automaton is on level 2, so let's say they have built level 2 of the Ziggurat, in this case they will draw 2 action cards from the deck. Okay, so let's say they draw the 2 action cards, and it's Research, the first one from the deck, and Gather and Trade, the second one. Okay, that means that the player now tries to match the action cards with action icons on the cards from top left to right and top to bottom as they can see. Okay, so if this was a fresh start, let's say we have the priority, we have these 3 strategy cards, the Ziggurat level is number 2, that means we draw, with Ziggurat level number 2, we draw 1 additional card, sorry, not 2, so we only draw 1. If Ziggurat level was 3, again only 1. If Ziggurat level was 4, then we draw 2 cards from the action deck. If Ziggurat level is 5, again 2 cards, and if Ziggurat level is 3, then we draw 3 action cards. Okay, you don't have to remember this is in the solo rulebook. Okay, but at least for the Emperor Easy level, if the Ziggurat level is 0 or 1, you don't draw no extra cards. You're just going to draw 1 card if the automaton reaches level 2. Okay, and then follow the table. So for the example, let's say the Ziggurat level of the automaton is level 4. That's why they would draw 2 cards from the deck, like you see here in front of you. Okay, in this case we try to see if the action indicated on the card drawn matches any actions on the cards. So we have research, so it matches research, so it's going to perform research as described on the text. Okay, then the next thing that the player will check is if they have match with the second card. Do we have Gather and Trade somewhere? We have Gather and Trade. That means that the player is going to perform Gather and Trade. Okay, and in any round, once the matching, depending on the number of cards you've drawn, is done, okay, it could be that there is no match. Let's say you drew Gather and Trade and there were no Gather and Trade icons, so let's say it was like that from before, and now you draw Research, okay, you match it, you perform the action, and then you draw Gather and Trade. There is no Gather and Trade icon. That means this is discarded. It's like you rolled symbols in your dingy dice that didn't match anything. That's what it emulates. Okay, now after you finished matching the cards and gaining potentially actions for the automaton to do, at the end you will perform one more action, the top, meaning highest priority, and leftmost unoccupied, in this case this one, but if it was like that it will be this one. Okay, leftmost unoccupied action. In this case they will do a grow and draw action as a final step. Okay, and they will conclude their turn. So let's summarize how the automaton draws specific number of action cards and attempts to perform the action, if able. When drawing an action card, if the action matches one of the face-up strategy cards from any unused player color, on that action you take one amphorea and you place it and show that the match is there, and you perform that action on the automaton's player board. If the action does not match any of the actions on the automaton, that means that the automaton could take a strategy card with no benefit because there is no match and the action is lost. Similarly, not rolling the correct symbols in your dice. If multiple strategies contain the same action, resolve them in order from highest to lowest priority, matching one keyword with one action. Okay, so if we had two research, that means here, and I need to match research. If it was a research here and a research here, I would first do the highest priority research for this card. Okay, if I had two options. The automaton can never perform the same action twice in the same turn. And after all action cards are drawn, you place them next to the matching strategy cards, arranging them so that it's easier to see. So you know, after you draw the two cards, you match, you match the research next to research, and you match the gather next to the gather from top to bottom, so that you can easily make the pairs. Okay. Then the automaton performs one additional action. As I said, the leftmost highest priority action that they can perform. And then the automaton concludes their turn. Keep in mind that within the action cards there is a star. This card. This is to simulate the star, which is a wild result rolled on the Dinger dice. Okay. If you draw the star, it always it's always placed the leftmost unresolved action of a strategy card following priority order from highest to lowest. So when if in the cards that you drew, let's say I draw these two cards, I have the star, okay? That means the star action card acts as a wild card and can perform any action on a strategy card. It always is the last action card to be assigned, and it's placed on the leftmost unresolved action of a strategy card. That means here. And that means in this case you will execute a build for this one, following priority order from highest to lowest. And this occurs before the automaton performs its additional action. So that means you would first perform the star and then perform the additional action, as I've seen. Okay, and in this case it would be this for the star and this for the extra action. Concluding the turn, you discard used strategy cards. Okay, so let's say we have a status like that on the board. Any strategy cards with both actions completed, having for us in two slots, in this case the Sumerian Progress, are discarded and placed as a discard in a discard pile for the strategy cards. That means out. Okay, strategy card discard pile next to it. Then you draw new strategy cards. You draw until there are 3 face-up strategy cards in play. Okay, that means these two cards still stay in place, and then we draw one more card from the strategy card deck. So we draw one more card, we take it out. Again, we follow the same process, examining the condition. So let's say the condition, if your opponent has more units, and let's say it had, that will be true. But let's say for the sake of this example, it didn't had more units than me, I had more units, then it's false. That means it has priority 17. That means 17 is higher than 8 and higher than 9, if that was the case. But if this card 19, it will be in between. So 8, 17, 19. Okay, if it was, the priority of this card was 9, you re-examine and re-evaluate priority based on the new round. That's what I mean. So it's not the same priority like before. You re-examine the whole priority, sort out the cards based on the priority of the condition, and then you have again 3 face-up strategy cards in play. You recalculate and reorder them by priority, and if the strategy card is empty, then you reshuffle the discard pile to form a new deck. What you always do each round, in contrast to the strategy cards, you always use all strategy cards. Okay, all of them are going to be reshuffled and used for each of the automaton's turn. Okay, so this is different from the strategy cards. So in this way, they're again going to follow the same process, and that will give you the flow of the automaton's turn. Solo combat. Combat in solo mode is different. There is no beating solo battles, and the automaton uses a few different rules. You follow these steps. First, you draw one random combat card face up for each of your units. Second, you place any number of knuckle bones into the available slots of your combat cards like normal. Third, you draw for the automa. You draw one random combat card face down for each of the automaton's units and then reveal them. You assign units to battle. You choose which units fight and in what order. Automaton responds for each combat. If the automaton has enough knuckle bones to win, it assigns them to tactics and strength, prioritizing tactics only if it has unit type advantages against all units in the same row. If it has extra knuckle bones after beating tactics and strength, it assigns them to mobility. Only do this if the automaton has enough knuckle bones to destroy your unit. If it can win, it will never assign knuckle bones to tactics and strength so that it wastes them. If it can't win but can escape, it assigns knuckle bones to mobility after tactics and strength have been resolved to determine the winner in order to retreat and save the unit. If it can retreat, it doesn't assign any knuckle bones to mobility. Instead, it discards one knuckle bone and the unit is defeated. The automaton, the golden rule is that the automaton always tries to make the most optimal use of its knuckle bones and will never waste knuckle bones if it can win. You repeat this process for all units in the battle. Combat ends when either you or the automaton wins. And after the battle, you lose all knuckle bones you placed during the combat, and then for each category you lost, power, tactics or mobility, you return one knuckle bone per card, but only if you placed one there. And this is how combat differs in the solo mode. Okay, so now we move into the solo playthrough. I'm going to play against the Babylonians, the blue. I'm going to be handling the Sumerians, the red. Okay. So I've set up the game. I'm just going to show you my player board for a snapshot because it's going to be slightly off screen because I cannot fit everything. This is higher than 19:16 ratio, so you are going to see a portion of my player board, but the main difference also from the multiplayer, this doesn't change into the solo, is that the Sumerians start with mathematics, research level 2 mathematics. Okay, so this is to depict that they can do research on a higher or more boosted level. Okay, but keep in mind for the mathematics, which is a research level 2 card, you need both icons to take it as a bonus action, but you can take it as a main action. That being said, the Babylonians, which are the blue, again slightly off screen, as you can see, they start with grow on level 2. They have the irrigation, which is grow level 2. Okay, so they can use 2 food to grow their population instead of 4 that I have for me for agriculture, which is level 1 for me. This is a player board. The rest of the technologies are on level 1, and this is also going to be slightly off board, and they are the blue ones. Okay. Another important thing to note is I'm playing, as I said, the Sumerians, which are the red. I start from here. Okay, and I have ziggurat level 1 already built. That means that I have 1 bigger dice, which I already taken. I can only have 2 white, 2 gray, and 2 black. I remind you, like the multiplayer game, nothing changes here. And another small difference in the solo, which is essentially the same like in 2-player game, is you have these blockers and you set up the game like in 2-player. So instead of having events in some locations, you have this blocker tokens which block the respective spots. Okay, and this is not different from the normal multiplayer 2-player, I should say, setup. Other than that, it's exactly the same. Okay, so let me start right away with the playthrough. Again, like in 2-player game, when a blocker token is placed in an area, events in that area are not revealed, gathering actions cannot be performed, settlements and walls cannot be placed, and units may move through or engage in combat in the area, but other than that, nothing else can happen. So, rounds and phases are the same. The game is played over a series of rounds, the same like in 2-player game. You have first the action phase, and then the combat phase. The game continues in rounds, similarly like with the multiplayer, until the hanging gardens are fully constructed, and once the round in which this occurs is done, the game plays and proceeds to final scoring. I have 3 goal cards for extra scoring, so let me show you how these look. So if I have trade routes and animal husbandry and have 3 knuckle bones, I'm going to score 2 additional victory points at the end of the game. If I have urbanization and literature and own 2 tablets at the end of the game, I'm going to score 2 more additional points. And if I have calendar and literature and own 2 tablets, I can use the same tablets for both goals. At the end of the game, I can score 2 additional victory points for a total of 6 maximum from there. Another important thing is, like in 2-player games, I have less trades. Okay, I have only 6 trade tokens, so 1 level 1, 2 level 2, 1 level 3 and 2 level 4. Okay, other than that, everything is the same. So without further ado, we start playing the game. First action phase, and then we have the combat phase. The game is played from population turn. That means in this case the Babylonians are going to play first. They have a population of 4 ahead of me, and I have a population of 2. So they start the game. So automaton starts. And this is probably a good example to start with a turn of the automaton, so let's see how automaton will play. For the record, this is a blocker area, block token. I'm going to use this area at the corner to have the strategy cards, okay, slightly to the left, trying to keep them into the frame so that you can see what's happening. So we start by, I have used the 10 cards to construct the strategy cards, removed the 2 and placed the extra 2 for the, specifically for the NPC of the Babylonians. Okay, so again the strategy card deck is 10. And again, just to show you, because this is, I printed those cards, I'm going to be keeping this on top to show you that this is the strategy deck, for example, and I'm going to be drawing the one from the bottom, just because these are not the normal cards. They're not printed back and forth, not to confuse you with a blank side. Right, so that being said, we're ready to start. So strategy cards, so we draw 3 cards here, 1, 2, 3. So these are the 3 cards we have, okay, and place them slightly here. So let's see the priority. First, we have the riverine infrastructure. If your opponent has more boats, then if that's true, the priority will be 2. If that's false, the priority will be 18. No one has boats, so no more for sure, so we're talking about priority 18 for this card, which means goes for the moment at the bottom. Siege. If your opponent has a wall protecting a settlement or event, that's not the case, so the priority is 16. That being said, 16 is lower than 18, which gets a higher priority. And that leaves Babylonian fortifications. This is actually the specific for the Babylonian NPC from the automaton. If you have an event or settlement that needs protection, this is false, so not true, so the priority is 14. So 14, 16, 18, that means first, second and third. That's the way this card goes. Okay. Now, the level of the automaton for the ziggurat is 0. That means, as I said, I'm going to be playing the easy level, and for the easy level I don't draw any action cards for ziggurat level 0 for the automaton. I'm playing the Emperor easy mode. The same applies for ziggurat level 1, but once the ziggurat of the Babylonians reaches level 2, then they're going to be drawing 1 action card every time. Okay, so in this case, I'm going to be using also the yellow, a third color, for the amphoras of these cards. That means no match card, because I didn't draw any action card. So the top left unoccupied is explore, so move towards an event or settlement that needs protection. So the Babylonian is going to move towards an event or settlement that needs protection. There is no settlement, there is an event that needs protection. The closest one is this one, so they're going to move here, close to this event. Okay, or they could move here, but I think the most favorable for the automaton at the moment is to pick an event with no battle compared to the one with a battle. So the event is revealed. Okay, so let's pick it up from there. It's number 2 from this deck, so I'm reading it. Pathway to Agartha, Journey to Enlightenment. For 6 rounds you may make a discovery each round with a cost of 2 tablets per discovery. Or collapse the mine for stones and place 1 stone in each area you control. Okay. I think the decision I think this decision is the more favorable to the player. They will also gain, they will move up on the event by 1, which they won't because they are behind at the moment. So they're going to move there, and they're going to take 1 stone and place it in each of the areas they control. So 1 here, they control this area, and 1 here. Okay, good. That's the event. And then, since this was concluded, it's removed as well. Right, so very easy. That was the turn of the automaton. I'm checking, is there any card with 2 amphoreas on? No, so that means these cards stay. Okay, I'm going to check also for relative change of the requirement, the conditions, because maybe I build a ship, and then that means the priority suddenly of this is going to be 4. Still, it's going to be higher priority, but and on top. But anyway, I need to check every turn. That moves to my turn. I need to, for sure, keep up with the population, because at the moment I have a population of, oh, by the way, I need to roll my Dinger dice, and that's nice because this gives me a free build. You cannot see that, so I'm not going to be doing this every single time. I'm just doing it at the moment to show you. Okay, so I rolled this bonus die like in the multiplayer. That means I can get a bonus build, and for 1 stone I can build either a wall or a ziggurat level. Unfortunately, I cannot build a ziggurat level that it's higher than my population level. My population level is 1, so I cannot build a ziggurat level until I grow my population. But maybe I can focus on growing my population. Or we'll see. In any case, I'm going to select 1 action to perform. So I think I'm going to activate my unit, and I'm going to move it here to gain control of the resource, because it's used for creating tablets, obviously, the clay. Okay, so that's my main action. And unfortunately, even though I have a matching Dinger dice for the build, I cannot. Ooh, unless, wait a minute, I don't want to waste yeah, So I will not move. I will do research. That means, since I'm already mathematics 2, I think it's wise for me to do research and improve fast enough. This is my strength as a faction, a civilization. So I'm not going to do exploration, I'm going to do research instead. And I'm going to spend 1 clay. I have 1 clay. I start with 1 wood, 1 clay, 1 stone and 1 food. So 1 clay to gather 2 tablets. And then I'm going to take 2 tablets. This a resource that you cannot collect. Okay, I remind you, I'm placing my resources at the bottom here. And I'm going to spend 1 and 1, 2 tablets to perform 2 2 discoveries. The first one for sure is going to be, I think, yeah, I think I need to focus on my population, so it's going to be irrigation. Okay, I'm going to move agriculture from here and replace it. So this is the action I performed, by the way. Okay, I'm going to place it here to do the irrigation, because now I need to spend only 3 food to grow, which is good. Okay. And then I think I'm going to again upgrade irrigation to pottery with the second tablet, because I think it's really important to grow fast, especially since I have a disadvantage both for building my ziggurat level. Okay, so there you have it. These were my 2 discoveries. Okay, and then with this result on the Nigger die, unfortunately there is nothing I could do. I have this icon, but I need an additional icon to perform a bonus action. Not bad for the moment. I'm satisfied with what I have done. Okay, so that being said, it's the turn of the automaton. Okay, so actually the round ends, and if we had any combat, it will occur now. There is no combat, so we move to the second round. I'm going to do this a bit faster so that the game flows easier. Okay, so it's second round, automaton's turn. That means now they would draw. Theoretically, if they had less than 3 strategy cards, they would draw to make up to 3. They don't have, so again, they don't draw any action cards, so they have just a single additional action that they do, and this is the build and draw, because it's the top leftmost unoccupied. Complete the following in order: 6 levels of ziggurat, 2 walls, hanging gardens. Draw and discard strategy cards until you find one with grow action. Okay, that means, first of all, they build. They will build their first level of ziggurat. That means they're going to be placing their first level here, which is a bummer for me, but we already caught up on ziggurat level. That being said, they also that means that they will still not be drawing any action cards, but now, and again, we should have checked the conditions for the priority, but still nothing has changed. That means if you have an event or settlement that needs protection, that is true. If your opponent has a wall protecting a settlement or event, if your opponent has more boats. Okay, that means me. Okay, so I need to also draw and discard until I find strategy card. So this is discarded. I'm taking it out of screen. the discard piles just to enable better management of my space. So I need to draw and discard until I found grow action. Okay, there it is, grow. So this stays here. So we can also go ahead and rearrange. If you have not yet discovered code of laws, which is true, so that means this priority is 3, so still higher priority than the rest, so it goes on the top. Okay, right, so my turn. I think I will gather and trade. Okay, I will gather and trade. So, but I need to move first, right? Because I can, yeah. I'm only going to get one resource here, theoretically, from my ziggurat. So can I move? Oh, I need to roll my dinger dice also. I get this icon, which is useless, unfortunately. Okay. But as a main action, I will grow. I will gather. So let's say I gather. I will gather one food. Okay. One food from here. I should also get the rest of the resources closer to me, so you will not see my head popping in every time I want something from across. Okay, so I will get one food, and I will spend this food. No, I will not spend it now. I gather 2 food. I gather 1 food from my ziggurat level. Okay, and I will trade. I have 1 trade because my action is gather 1 resource and perform 1 trade. It's level 1. That means I can only do trade here. If I give wood and stone, and wood, I can place one of my amphora here to gain 2 more food and 2 clay. That's not bad of a deal, because I want to grow my population, so I need food. Okay, and that's my turn. Then the second round is done, so we're playing the third round. For the third round, again, ziggurat level is 1, so 0 cards. So it will perform the leftmost unoccupied, which is research. Discover your next research technology and the least upgraded technologies. Okay. So from the next research technology, from the least upgraded technologies. That means you can choose anything from explore, from build, from research, which is level 1, from trade. So I think it will go for most probably, let's assume they have to catch up to close the disadvantage of research, so I would go with research. Discover the next research technology and the least upgraded technologies. The next research technology. The next research technology. So it's the research technology. So it goes research 2 from research 1. Okay, so that means it will be updated to mathematics from their deck. So they will come here and replace queen form with mathematics. It says discover the next research technology. Okay, done. And the least upgraded technologies. The least upgraded technologies would be either from explore, from build, from agriculture knowledge level 2. Okay, so let's say they also get the one from explore. So the next level would be astronomy, if I'm reading this strategy card correctly. Okay, if not, don't worry, it's just a matter of the first playthrough. We're prone to make a few mistakes. The idea is here to get a basic understanding of how the solo plays. Right, cool. That being said, let's proceed now with my turn. In my turn, I think now I'm going to grow my population, so I'm going to select grow, agriculture, pottery, sorry. To grow my population, I'm going to use 2 food and grow my population. That means I'm stepping on top of the NPC, and since we're on the same level and I'm on top, that means I'm the first player for the next round. And the most important thing is I have expanded my empire to 4 from 2, my cap limit. That's most important. And also I can build now ziggurat level 2. I didn't roll my dinger dice, okay, which means I can also use it to either do a warfare, gain 1 strength, and build 1 spearman, not bad, or activate a unit. I'm going to use it here to gain 1 knucklebone. Okay, I'm going to keep it also here and build, spend, oh, I cannot spend the wood. Yeah, I cannot spend the wood. But I need access to stone. So I need access to wood also, because I need to. Okay, so for the moment I'm not going to do the warfare. I'm going to do the activate 1 unit, and this unit is going to be, it's the same icon in any case. So this unit is going to be moved here. I'm going to explore this icon, this event. Okay, so this event is the event number 3 from this deck. So event number 3 reads out the following: Nomad Horse Tribe. Okay. Buried beneath a vast, unforgiving desert, a forgotten tomb awakens. The Nomad Horse Tribe, legendary for their swift charge and untamed spirit, stand watch over its secrets. Their ancient knowledge of battle beacons, or perhaps their formidable strength will join your cause. Let them teach you their fighting strategies. For 6 rounds, your power, tactics, and mobility are considered +1 after 6 rounds you discover warfare. Or enlist them to your army. Gain 1 horseman, gain 2 food and 2 wood. I will do the latter. Okay, I will do the latter. That means I'm gaining 1 horseman, which is nice because I expand my this is here because this is where this happened. Okay, I also do gain 2 wood. Two wood and 2 food. Okay, keeping my resources. The bottom for easy access. Right. And then this can give me 2 victory points at the end if I control it at the end of the game. Fine. That's nice. Also, I step up 1 up on the event track, which is good. Okay, that being said, my round is over. So we move to the next round. Now, the next round, I'm ahead on the population track. That means I play first, which is a good thing because I will, I think I need to gather. I'm thinking gather because I want to use stone to start gradually upgrading my ziggurat to gain additional dinghy dice, hopefully. But let's first roll my dinghy dice because maybe I get additional options. Not with this icon. So I have a lot of food, and I think it's a good idea to grow maybe a bit more. Or should I gather? No, I will do warfare, which means I gain 1 knuckle boom and just start preparing for any attacks, and also build 1 spearman with one wood. I will build 1 spearman. Okay, I will take that spearman from here and place it next to my ziggurat. And that's it for me. Then we move to the automaton, who will not draw any cards, but they will do the leftmost action, increase their population by 1, and they will grow there. Okay, and they become first player again in the next round. Okay, that means this card is discarded, and then we draw a new card from the deck, and let's see now the new relative order, at least for the next round. Doesn't matter, we'll need to recheck at the next round because they finished their turn. If your opponent has more units, that's true. So it's 7, so it will be here. If your opponent has a wall, no, it will be 7 versus 16. Okay, cool. Right. That being said, it's my turn now. Okay, so let's see now what I need to do. Most probably I need to gather, I would think. But let's first roll my dinger dice. Okay, that's not a bad one because it's a build, so I can build for free. If I first gather, so I gather 1 resource, I will get a stone, which I'm going to spend for my second action to build a ziggurat level 2, which means level 2 is built. Okay, that means I get a second die. Let's say I get a gray, so now I have both a white and a gray. Okay, I can have 1 gray, 1 white, and 1 black, and then I can get my second black, gray, and white for a total of 2, 2, and 2. Okay, that's okay. That means now I can pass my turn to the finish round, and we go to the next round, which is the automaton round. The automaton round will be, since I have fixed the priority there, would be to still level 1. They will make a risk if your opponent has more units, which is true. The priority is 7. Discover the next warfare technology and the least upgraded technologies. That means they will upgrade their warfare. Okay, not good for me. So they will switch from bronze smelting to archery. Okay, to be careful here. So upgrading their bronze smelting to archery, and their least upgraded technology, which would be it could be masonry. Let's say the build from masonry to the next level, it would be level 2 woodworking. Okay, and the least upgraded technologies. I'm not sure this is correct, to be honest. Discover the next warfare technology and the least upgraded technologies. What does it mean? I think they need rephrasing here. It's not straightforward because I'm giving him 2 upgrades every turn. Yeah, just had a quick chat with the designer. That means I don't upgrade a second card. I only get warfare to next level because his player board allows him to make a single discovery. If his player board was allowing to make him 2 discoveries, he will make warfare plus a second one from his least upgraded technologies. Okay, so that now it makes sense. Otherwise, he would get a clear advantage, obviously, for me, and very, very fast. Okay, so that's good. I caught it early so that we can make sure that it's corrected, because that means he wouldn't have received astronomy as a bonus from before, which I gave him as a level 2. Okay, he will have because I also gave him a second level up, so he would have map making here. And now we are correct and back to normal. Okay, but he upgraded the warfare to level 2 archery, which is here. Good. Right. And this would be here. Now, also keep in mind that for the strategy cards, if the card, the text says if your opponent, it's assuming it's talking about automaton. So it means if automaton's opponent has a wall. If it says that's a player, that's me, if I have the wall as a player. If it says if you, the card, that means automaton. Okay, so maybe they need to rephrase it. Instead of you saying automaton, that thing will be less confusing, and I'm sure they're going to do it. Okay, so going back to my turn, because automaton played for this round, so I'm second. I'm playing my turn. I need to roll my dinghy dice first of all. Okay. And then let's see what we have in terms of icons. Nothing useful, unfortunately, so cannot use any of those 2. That's a bummer. Okay. But with my current state of my board, that is. But I'm going to do gather resource, so I'm going to gather 1 stone and gain 1 stone from here. Okay, cool. Then it's next turn, so it's the automaton's turn. These cards, I don't have a wall, settlement, or protecting. If your opponent, that means me, am I protecting an event? Yes, I am protecting an event actually. Here, that means that this card has a priority of 16. 6, which means it's here. Okay. If your opponent has a wall protecting a settlement, oh no, it doesn't have a wall protecting an event. Sorry, it doesn't have a wall protecting an event. It's true, it's false, so it's 16. If your opponent has more boats, no, so it's 16, 18, so it's 7, 16, 18. Okay, so this is how it goes. So the automaton is playing, so they play here warfare, build your highest unit you're able to. They would build, according to the warfare, an archer. So they're building an archer, which they're placing here. And then this card is removed because it has 2 amphoras. That means the new card is being placed, the bottom card, in its place. If your opponent occupies a settlement or event, I do occupy an event, that's true, so that's 9, 16, 18. Okay, so first, second, third. Cool. I really like how these strategy cards work. Very easy, straightforward. Do enjoy it so far. Okay, that being said, let's move to my turn, rolling my 2 dinger dice. That's a wild, and this is potentially an explore if I use it for exploration, or could be a warfare. I think I'm going to use it for warfare, and I think I'm going to also move, or maybe I can use it to and build. I cannot build level 2, so I need to gather, so maybe I use it to gather. Wait, I need to grow, sorry, but for me, yeah, I will grow, I will use a wild to build, I will grow, that means I spent 2 food as a main action to grow my population. Okay, now I can build a ziggurat level 3. Then as an action with the dinger dice as a bonus action, I can build, giving stone to build level 3 of my ziggurat, which I'm allowed because I have level 3 population. But then that means I gain 1 additional dinger dice, which would be this one, which I think I also use, if I can, which I can, because I can gather. Okay. And then I also have a warfare, which would be to gain 1 strength and build 1 unit. I will build a spearman with 1 wood. I will gain my 3rd spearman. No, I cannot build. No, I can build. So I'm building my 3rd spearman here. Okay. This is my 4th. I can go all the way up to 6 now. Of course I can build. And then I have a gather resource, which I will do. I will gather a stone again from this action. Nice. A good hefty turn due to my dinger dice matching 3 icons. Nice. I did 4 actions this turn. Cool. Next round, it's me, because I'm on top. That means I play first. That means I want now to potentially explore. There's no point of sticking here. So, but I also need to be able to move. I'm moving slowly, only 1 unit. So let's change that. First of all, let me roll my Dinger dice. Okay, 2 arrows. I need one for the gather for sure. And I can use that to upgrade. Okay, with these 2 icons, I can use those 2 icons for my mathematics, which require 2 as a bonus action. You cannot see it off screen. Okay, and then I have also my main action. So I use 1 clay to get 2 tablets, and then I do 2 discoveries. I will discover let me see what I also need to chase. I need to chase urbanization, literature, and trades and animal husbandry, and calendar. Okay, I will upgrade first of all the map making, which I'm going to upgrade from level 1 to astronomy level 2. That's my first upgrade. I'm going to spend 1 tablet for that. Okay. Now I can activate and use 2 units. And the second thing I want to do is upgrade my population, my grow, from level 3. No, my build. I need to upgrade my build because I need to take be able to build ships also. So from masonry, I'm upgrading it to woodworking. So now I can build also ships, which are very important for a number of reasons, both for resource gathering and for combat, because they give you knuckle bones for the adjacent battles only. Okay, that being said, I've done the 2 upgrades. Now I can either I move, yeah, I will move and gather. So let me do that. I will do that to move. I will move here. I will move here and open this event. That's my first move. And as a second move, I will move here. Okay. No. I will move here and open this event. Right, so let's see. First of all, we have this one. This is level event number 2. Okay. Which is Subterranean's Labyrinth. That means in the cracked earth of the White Plains, a breath of wind reveals a hidden shaft below, a maze of stone and shadow twists endlessly. Above, fragrant mushrooms sway beside sworn clay steps, and as silent as beacons you deeper. Either you explore the underground passage, control this monument at the end of the game to gain 1 point and discover exploration, and I progress 2, or cultivate mushrooms, control this monument at the end of the game to gain 1 victory point and discover, oh, that's nice, discover growth. Agriculture, that's called, yeah, to grow my population. Okay, that's a good one. So let me, and I will progress 2 on the event. I will discover agriculture too, because it's going to level 4 already from pottery, which is level 3. So level 4 for me. Which is brewing, which I grow for 1 food. I grow my population. This is really good. I'm going to be growing fast, hopefully. Okay, because this will also upper my limit for the ziggurat level, which I want. It's a nice combination. And then I discovered this one, which is this level number 2 event. Which again, I need to also upgrade my resource gathering anytime soon. So this is buried knowledge. Lost beneath the endless desert, a mind reveals its dark mouth inside. Ancient secrets slumber, whispers of forgotten civilizations waiting to be unearthed by those brave enough to seek them. Either you raid the mind, discover research, gain 2 stone and 1 tablet, or preserve the knowledge. Control this mine at the end of the game to gain 2 points and 2 clay. I think I want to preserve the knowledge. Otherwise, if I raid it, it will be discarded, right? Yes. And I think I have quite a lot of points now from 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 points from the events if I control them at the end of the game. But I also want to progress on the mathematics. I have literature, I fulfill. No, I don't have it. So this will be a good opportunity to gain literature. But I think I can gain it anyway. So I'm going to raid it. So I discover literature, I gain 2 stone. I need the stones and 1 tablet. This will save me from gathering resources. That means I'm losing the opportunity to get the victory points because I raided it, and I also progress 1 on the event. Okay. And then I would discover the next level of my research, which would be literature. Okay, I'm using a combo of my ability as a civilization with my decisions to even catapult further up on the research and be able to research faster and better. I think it's a good good decision. If I'm happy about myself. Okay, there you go. And then I can move 2. I move 2, and now I collect 1 resource. The resource I'm going to collect is 1 wood from my ziggurat. Okay, cool. And that's it. I'm expanding quite a lot. Hopefully that's that pays off. Let's see. Okay, so I played my turn, I'm finished, I'm done. That means now it's the turn of the automaton. The automaton is going to... is your opponent has a wall protecting event? No, so that's 16. If your opponent has more boats? No, that's 18. If your opponent occupies a settlement or event? I do. That's true, so that's 9. Warfare, complete the following. in order. 6 levels of ziggurat, 2 battering rams, hanging gardens. Okay. This will I think this is a typo, because it's a warfare, but it describes the build. I assume it's a typo. And anyway, I'm going to play it as it is. So I'm building next level of ziggurat. So now the so it goes level 2. So that means they're going to be drawing 1 card because their ziggurat level is level 2. That means they draw 1 card, and this is true also. Let me check for when the ziggurat also becomes level 3. Okay, still 1 card. Okay. Okay, that's my turn. My turn would consist of rolling for the dice. I need 2 stone, 2 food, 2 tablets, and it's a good opportunity to build now. I definitely need to build. Okay, so this icon, I think it's useless for me. Okay, sorry, it was this one. This one, I don't have it anywhere at the moment with my current upgrades. And this one, I have it somewhere, but not on its own anymore. It has been upgraded, so that means I need at least 2 icons. So again, I cannot get any bonus here. But I will definitely build, and I'm building... oh, I cannot build the ziggurat level. I need to upgrade to level 4. Okay. So, but I will build in any case, because level 1, level 2, level 3, level 1, level 2, level 3, I need to grow my population. I will not build. I will grow my population, I will spend 1 food, and I will grow my population. And I can make a discovery. Still, I'm level 1. I can give wood and stone to gain food and clay. I'm not going to do that. Okay, end of turn. Automaton's turn. So they will draw a card. Now it's the first. Now they start drawing cards. It's the first time. So they have a build. So from top to bottom, they just match it next to that build here. So they will perform the build. So the first thing is they perform the build, complete the following in order. 6 levels of ziggurat. That means they go. Oh, wait a minute. Their level now is 3. So 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. I'm assuming they follow the same rule. They cannot go higher than the level of ziggurat. So they can build. Can they build a level of ziggurat? Yes, they can. So they build the next level of ziggurat also. That means they go here. Okay. And then they perform the next available from top to bottom. That's explore, move towards the nearest enemy wall or else enemy unit. So they will move towards the closest enemy. In this case, I think they will move here towards me. Because this is next and this is next, and they get access to all 3 of my non-ziggurat areas because they cannot go here. Okay, that means this is out. This is discarded. A new card goes into play, strategy card. Okay, that's a development. If you have less than 2 settlements, they do. That's true. So that's 8. So it's 8, 16, 18. Okay, they have less than 2 settlements. And this is again shuffled here into the solo action cards. Okay, my turn. Now with a level level population 1, 2, 3, 4, I can build my 4 level of, but I need to first roll my dinky dice. Maybe I get bonus actions. Okay, that's not helpful. Oh, that's a free upgrade, research. Okay, I get a free research with these icons, with the comb and the, I don't know what that is. Okay. And as main action, I will build for sure. Now I build, I give 1 stone, and or maybe I will upgrade first before I build. Wait a minute, I will upgrade from woodworking for my bonus action, from woodworking level 2 to build level 3, which is urbanization. That still doesn't allow me to build the hanging gardens, but it does allow me to build boats and ramps and walls and settlements. Okay, so that was my upgrade. Okay, so my build would be here, and I would spend 1 stone. I did already spend a stone, sorry, to build a ziggurat level, which is the 4th, level 4. Okay, and that gives me another dice, which I'm going to take and roll, and I cannot use it anywhere. Okay, that's fine, not bad. That's my turn. Then it's the automaton's turn. They draw 1 card. That's a research. They match it with research here, so they're going to do a research. So the first thing that's going to do is research. Discover the next build technology and the least upgraded technologies. If they can, their level of allows them to make a single discovery, so they only make 1 discovery, which is the build. So they switch from masonry, which is level 1, oops, to their next level of build, which is woodworking, if I'm not mistaken. Okay. So let's slot this. Come on. I'm doing something wrong, obviously, because it's the first time I have an issue with this. Inserting the card. Okay, there you go. Good. So there you have it. They're here, and then the next that they do is from top to bottom, the build, complete the following in order: 6 levels of ziggurat. They cannot do the level of ziggurat because the level is free. That means they will build 2 settlements. So they will build their first settlement, which is a bummer for me, but they will build it here. And this gives them also 3 points theoretically. Okay, good. Right. And this card is again shuffled into the research deck, into the action deck. I really like how this solo works. It's very easy to, low maintenance, really digging it. I may be doing something small mistake here and there, just out of, but I think the bulk majority of the rules I'm showing you is correct, according to my understanding, reading the solo rulebook, and some questions answered from the designers. Right, my turn. Okay, so this and that gives me a free growth population, which I'm already at level 4, so but maybe I can use it to grow even more. Yeah, not bad, because it will be, unless something better. Let's see. This gives me a warfare. Okay, can I do, I need an upgrade. I want to use that for an upgrade. I cannot upgrade. I would have loved to upgrade it, but my ziggurat level is 1, 2, 3, 4. My population is 4, so my level is 1, 2, 3, 4. I cannot grow my ziggurat level higher than that. I will grow my population now. That means I can build afterwards. Okay, so if I do first the bonus action with the dinky dice, so I spend 1 food to grow my population 1. Fine. Then I'm allowed to go on level 5 by doing as a main action the urbanization, which gives me opportunity to build. Let me quickly check something from the main rules. Yeah, I think I will build ziggurat level 5, so I will get also the the 5th dinger dice, which I'm going to roll, and I'm going to use it to hopefully get, I'm also gaining 1 strength, and I give 1 wood to create 1 spearman. I cannot, but I will gain 1 knuckle bone from the bonus dinger dice from here, and I will I know that you don't see the status of my player board. It's on the side. Unfortunately, I cannot fit everything in the screen at the moment, but you have to trust me for what I'm doing. But I'm assuming you already know how to play the game if you've seen the solo playthrough, so you understand the basics of the game, so you don't need to focus on my player board, just focus what's going on here and here. So I gathered from the bonus 1 strength. I have all 3 spearmen then, so I do not build the spearmen, but I will use a stone to, no, I build my 5th level of ziggurat, so I'm using what's going to be my main action and what's going to be my free action. I think my main action should be activate the units, and my free action should be gather 1 resource. Or should I upgrade? I would upgrade and I will gather. So I'm upgrading, I'm doing the research. So I'm using 1 to gain 3 tablets, which I'm going to spend to make 3 discoveries, hopefully for the good. Before I do that, I'm going to gather 1 resource because I don't want to lose this opportunity. So first I'm doing a gather 1 resource. So the resource I'm gathering is a food. Okay. Then I'm done. So I need to upgrade a card. It's the main action, and the card I'm upgrading is the urbanization. It's going to go to build level 3, and it's going to be replaced by build level 4, which is architecture, which allows me to build the ziggurat. I'm having my eyes on the 5 points here, as you can imagine, to grab them first. That's why I'm rushing the build on level 4 to be able now, since I'm level 4 architecture, I'm allowed to build also the hanging gardens, and he cannot. Still he's on level 2, so maybe I can also postpone it. So that was my, and I need to spend, that's my first tablet. For my second tablet, I'm upgrading my, let's see, what do I want here? So I have literature, I have urbanization, I need the calendar, so that means explore level 3, trade level 3, and warfare level 3. So I'm going to focus on astronomy, it's my second one, and my third one would be the gather. So I'm upgrading astronomy, which is explore level 2, to calendar, which is a requirement for my victory points, to calendar, activate any 3 units, and resource gathering, which is level 1, 2, weights and measures, which is gather from 2 resources, and then perform trade level 2. Okay, that's now we're talking. I think I'm getting much better with my technologies. I'm playing my strong suit, which is upgrading my technologies. And let's see where it leads us. Okay, I'm done. Very big round. I also have this, which is useless, unfortunately, but that's it. I did 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4 actions. So he's playing. If you have less than 2 settlements, he does have less than 2 settlements, then then this priority is delayed. Okay, so he's picking one card, which is grow. I think he goes lacking grow, but unfortunately there is not much. So he really wanted the grow, but he cannot use it. And his level of ziggurat is 2. That means he's still drawing 1 card. I'm reshuffling the action deck. But he's performing 1 more, which is the top left, which is gather and trade. Place your amphora on the trade token offering of the most VP, else on the rightmost free slot. Rightmost free slot is he's going to place his amphora here and gain 1 victory point. These slots are blocked, okay? So the leftmost open was this one here. He will do gather trade. So he will do gather, meaning he will gain 1 resource. I think he will gain 1 stone. I suppose. Okay, there you go. And that's it. And he will do. He's placing it here for the points. I don't know if he does the trading also, if he can, and will want to do it. I assume not, but anyway, let's say. Okay, so that being said, this card is discarded, and a new one enters play. Fame and Populous. If the opponent is higher on any of the tracks, I'm higher on both. That's true. So the priority is 1, so he will do explore next round. Okay. So he finishes turn. Now next round, no combat. So next round we're playing no combat. We're skipping combat round because there is no conflict at the moment. I'm avoiding conflict in this game exactly for the reasons I want to grow faster. And since I'm playing the easy game, I don't see a lot of opposition, but maybe that's how this session goes. So now I need 2 stone, which I have, 2 food, which I don't, and 2 tablets. So I'm lacking 1 food. So let's so if I can get 1 gather, I will definitely build. Yeah, I will definitely build. So let's see, I have this one. but I don't have that one. That's a pity. I don't have two of those. That's a pity. But I do have nor two of those, nothing. So this I cannot use, this I cannot use. This I can definitely use here to gain one strength. But, and I have a wild. So if I do the that's a poor roll. I can spend tablets to reroll, but I want them for the ziggurat. So it looks like I can still not build. So I think I'm going to play safe and gather here. Okay, let's gather. And it's a pity, it's an opportunity lost because I have a wild and I cannot use it with anything. Unless I do not get a strength and I use it here to activate any 3 units to move my units. Do I really want to move my units now? Not really. Theoretically I can get more events. I can get these two before him and go higher on the event track. But I think I'm going to play it wise, safe. But I have 1, 2. 1, 2, 3. So I cannot do 2 events in a round. Okay, fair enough, no worries. I will get events. Yeah, I'm not going to use my opportunity to use a wild. Come on, don't worry. No warfare. So gather 2 resources. The first resource that I want to gather is food, and the second one would be wood to build a boat later. So, which I can do, wood from my ziggurat and food from either this or that, this area. Then I move, and I move a total of 3. So 1, 2, and then 3. I'll move here with both of them. No? No, I will not move here. I will just move 2. Okay? Fair enough. So I'm opening this one. That's a level, the number 4 event card from this deck. I really used a lot of this deck, of this specific deck. So this is level 4 or 5. This is level 1, 2, 3, 4. It's this card. The verdant balconies. Let's read the theme. A strange haunting beauty emerges. A mountain is verdant, its verdant balconies cascading like an ancient living walls, and wind with the might of Babylon. The air hums with power. Before you lies a choice. Raid the treasures, protect and build the world's greatest wonder. So I either need to keep it for 6 rounds and gain 3. 1, 2, 3 steps on the event, which could secure my first place, or gain 1 of everything and move 1. I will keep it for 6 rounds because it will allow me to create the next level of hanging gardens as well. So I'm going to move 1, 2, 3. No, 1, 2, 3. Wait a minute. Yeah, 1, 2, 3, and I'm going to keep it, and I'm going to add my die on level 1 here, and at the end of each of my turns it will grow 1. If it reaches level 6 I'm keeping this as a reminder somewhere. Let's put it there. I'm going to be building the next level for free, which is good, really good. Okay, that's it for me. I'm done. He's playing. So he's drawing a card. Is there any build? Yes, there is. So this one. So he's matching this build. Complete the following: 6 levels of ziggurat, 2 battering rams, hanging gardens. Okay, so I will build one battering ram. If I'm assuming he's not building his next level of ziggurat because he's not reached the correct level of population, right? Like me. Otherwise, it should have been clarified in the solo rulebook, which is not at the moment in this stage. Anyway, that's it. And then the first action that they're going to do is from top, the left, explore. Move towards the nearest unrevealed event. Else move towards the nearest event offering VP or settlement. The nearest unrevealed event is going to be this one. That's the nearest unrevealed. So he's revealing. So let's say he's using this one because it's a stronger unit, let's say. Okay, he is not revealing the event. He will reveal it after completion of the battle. Okay, so that's a bit difficult because it's a battle between him and the neutrals, which I'm controlling. Okay. By the way, I ended my turn, so it should be level 2. I forgot to do it. Okay, this is here or here, doesn't matter. Right, and we have a battle. So we're drawing 1 spearman and 1 archer. Okay, there is the archer from the automaton and the spearman. So let's say on the right is the neutral spearman, and on the left is the their archer. So automaton doesn't get knuckle bones, doesn't have any knuckle bones, but wait a minute, yeah, he will. Let's see how many knuckle bones the NPC has. We roll a die. The level of the of him is 2. That means we roll 2 die. So it's 2 plus 1. You get 3 knuckle bones for him, and he has 0 knuckle bones. Right. Okay. So we reveal. So he's most probably doing that and that, yeah. So this is a battle lost for him, unfortunately, because the power, he has 1, because it's advantage versus the spearman. So it's 4 versus 1. So he loses the battle, and the mobility is 0, 0. But I'm higher than him on the event. That means I'm winning, so he's destroyed. Okay, there you go. So in theory, the idea is that, and this goes to the discard, the idea is that the automaton uses the best management for the knuckle bones, okay, trying to use them as much as possible, as best as possible. Okay, my turn. Rolling all my dice. definitely I'm going to build now. Let's see if it's a bonus action or if it's a normal. I see it's a normal because I don't see any icons like this. So I'm going to build for sure. So let's start with that. So I'm building the ziggurat level by giving, this is a ziggurat level which I'm going to keep next to me for the reference, giving 2 food, 2 stone, and 2 tablets to complete this first level. Okay, so I already have 5 victory points, which is good. Okay, keeping it here for a reminder. And then the next level to be built is this one. And as a requirement, it needs that I have a level 2 trade, gather and trade, which I do. And I need 1 wood, 1 tablet, 1 stone. Okay, I need to rush for this one. It's a good opportunity. Okay, let's see. So that's one action. I think I have the opportunity to can I upgrade if I use this and the comp? Yes, I can upgrade. So, oh, I need to gather first. Wait a minute. I have a free upgrade from the dingy dice, but for me to gather, I need 2 of those, which I don't. So I cannot gather. But I can definitely do that to gain 1 knucklebone and spend 1 wood to build 1 spearman. I cannot build a spearman. I have all spearmen there, so on board. But I gained the strength, the knucklebone. Unfortunately, this doesn't give me anything. But this gives me free growth. These 2 dingy dice can be used, but I don't have a food. So still need to grow. Anyway, I rushed to gain the 4 victory points from the ziggurat, so that's good enough for me. I know I didn't do much, but anyway, that's it. End of turn for me. Then automaton plays. Next card is a build. Is there any build? Yes, it's here. So it will do a build, and it will also do one of those actions here. So it does a growth, increase your population by 1. So it increases its population. So now 1, 2, 3, 4. So it can build its 4th level of ziggurat if needed, which it will do because it goes here and builds its 4th level of ziggurat exactly here. And this card is discarded, and this card is also discarded. From now on, he has 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. Wait a minute. It had 3. Wait a minute. So it draws 2 cards. Sorry, 1 more card. And he would also do explore. Yeah. Move towards the nearest enemy wall or else enemy unit. Okay. He will move towards there. Okay. Cool. Right. And this is going to be also removed. Okay, I need to remember now he has level 4, so he's drawing 2 cards instead of 1. I may have skipped 1 time that or so. Anyway, doesn't matter. These are shuffled again. Back here. As always, I should have been here, number 3, already from before. And then I draw 2 more cards, this one and that one, the last 2 cards. Then we're going to shuffle the strategy card deck, which was emptied. Okay. If your opponent is equal to or higher than on the gather and trade technology, I am. That's true. So it's first. number 5 priority. If your opponent have more units, it's true, so it's 10, so 5, 10. If your opponent has more boats, it's not true, so it's 18. So it's 5, 10, 18, okay? His turn. Right. So, my turn now. Rolling my dinger dice. And you have just witnessed or heard the durability of the dinger dice falling on the floor. Okay, I need to gather. I need to gather. No way I'm doing anything else than gathering this round. So I also have, I need to reach level 3 in trade and routes, which I don't have. Level 3 on warfare, which I don't have. So if I could upgrade, that would be good, but I don't think I can upgrade. Oh, not good icons, not good icons. Maybe I can grow my population one with this. Yeah, this I can do, unless I find something better, which I don't see. Square, no, no, no. Okay, so gather and grow. So the gather will give me 2 resources, one of which will be food, which I'm going to spend to grow my population. And now 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I can also theoretically grow my ziggurat. And the next one would be clay from here. Okay, that's it. End of my turn. Solo mode is playing. I cannot do anything with all these dice, right? Yeah. So 2 cards for the solo. One is explore, which is explore, not here, not here, not here. Lost. Second card is build here, here, here. Okay. So let's see what the, I will shuffle them later. So it has the build, which is here. So it does the build, complete the following in order: 6 levels ziggurat, 2 ships, hanging gardens. So he will get a ship. So he will get a ship, which will place on a node, not here, maybe here, to protect all these areas. That's a good area for the node. Okay, is this a node here? Yeah. Okay, then to contribute with knuckle bones, I mean, or gather. Then next, it will do the first most, which is research, discover the next gather and trade technology, and the least technology. He still has level 1, no level 2. He can make 1 discovery, so he gets the next gather. So from level 1 gather, he goes to level 2 gather, which is weights and measures for him, where he gathers 2 resources and performs a level 2. Okay, when this activates for him. Right, and that's it. So, shuffling. No discard. So I know also what he's going to do. For sure he's going to do gather and trade. Next round. Okay, my turn. Dinger dice. Oh, this should have been already 4. Okay, let's not keep forgetting this. So I need to do gather resources, which I can do for free. Yay, to get 2 resources. Then if I gain I need to convert tablets. I don't have tablets. But maybe I'm getting this for free, and I need to focus on expansion. So I'm going to get 2 resources, right? But why not growing my armory, my warfare, and my trade routes? So I need to do research. So I'm going to focus on research. So let's see if I can do it for free, which I can with this icon. So I need to gather 2 resources, which I'm going to I can also give 1 and 1 stone to gain a victory point from the trade. But no, I will make a free research. I need to move to get this event also, why not? I will make a move. And that's it. Okay, so gather 2 resources, they're both going to be clay. The reason for that, clay and food. No, they're going to be both clay. Then spend 1 clay to gain 3 tablets, out of which I definitely need at least 1 for the... Okay, battery died a bit, but I had to switch to the charger, but we didn't miss a lot. So this is out because now I have already completed this event, as I said before. The these are removed because they need to be reshuffled. Okay. Now I need to fix the relative turn. So warfare, if your opponent occupies a settlement or event, I do occupy an event, so that's 9. If you have an event or settlement that needs protection, he doesn't, so this is 14. And if your opponent has more boats, it's 18. So that's it, the turn. Okay, fair enough. So I'm playing. So let's see what I'm doing. I need to try to build as much as possible. Now it's opportunity. So that's a good icon for a build. And unfortunately I don't have the other one. But wait a minute, this icon now, looks like grain, can also be used here, which I do have for gathering resources. Right. Then I can definitely build with 1 stone, 1 food, 1 wood, and 1 clay, and I will do that. I would build because I can build that quickly. I need to have a population of 5, which I have more than 5, so I also gain this one, so that's even more victory points for me. That's good. Then this is revealed. Need to spend those resources to pay them. Okay, and I also gather 3 resources. Let's now focus for the next turn, which would be stone, food, and tablet, which I have. Okay, that's good. That's good. and then I can gather 3 resources. Let's see what resources I need to have for the end as well. Own 3 knucklebone and tablets. Okay, no resources, knucklebone and tablets. That means it's a good opportunity maybe to gain clay from my ziggurat. So one of the resources is clay. Second resource would be stone from here. And third resource would be, I'm level 3, so maybe I can take the opportunity to give 1 food and 1 stone. Yeah, food and stone. It would be stone, food and stone. It would be food, okay? Because since I gathered the 3 resources, I can also perform one trade, which was going to be this one, giving 1 food and 1 stone, to gain 2 clay and 2 knucklebones, and then also 1 victory point for the end, which is important. Okay, right. That being said, I also have these icons, which I don't think I can do anything about. Can I? This, oh, there it is, activate 3 units. Yeah. Or do that. Yes, I will do that better. I need to build some army. Gain 2 strength, 2 more knucklebones. Okay, again, I'm playing the easy game, so that's why I have low position. I suppose I can tune it up to higher opposition, and then I can build also with 1 wood, 1 archer here. Okay, right, and I'm done. Then it's the automaton's turn, which means he draws with level 1, 2, 3, 4. He draws 2 cards. First card, oh, it's a wild, and second card, it's a build. So the build will be here, and the wild will go to the leftmost, which is going to be done before. So so it's going to be warfare, build for him, and then also explore. Okay, so warfare. Complete the following in order: 6 levels of ziggurat, 2 battering rams, hanging gardens. 2 levels of ziggurat, 6 levels of ziggurat. I think with this population 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, he can gain the next level of ziggurat. And that means he's level 5 ziggurat. That means for the easy level which I'm playing, he's still, let me check that from the rulebook, he's still drawing 2 cards. I think it's on level 6 only that he draws 3 cards on the easy level. Let me quickly check that to be sure. We're playing the easy level, which is called Emperor. Yeah, so with 5 it's still 2 cards. Okay, so that's for the warfare. Then it's a build. Complete the next following order: 6 levels of ziggurat, 2 walls, hanging gardens. Okay, so he will build a wall, because he cannot build the 6th level of ziggurat. He will build it obviously here to protect his settlement. Obviously, yeah. Okay. Then draw and discard strategy cards until you find one with the grow action. Okay, and then he does also grow. Move towards the nearest enemy wall or else enemy unit. That would be here. Okay, so he's progressing. And then this is discarded. Then we draw until we find what it says, grow action in this card. Grow action. There it is. And then we need to rearrange the... If your opponent has more units, I do have, it's the first one, so it's 10. If you have settlement that needs protection, he doesn't have, so it's 14. And then if your opponent has more boats, I don't have, so it's false, 18. So that's the turn. Good. Let's go again. Shuffled. Very, I mean, very nice use of the decks. I really enjoyed it, honestly. Okay, my turn. My turn will have rolling all of this and theoretically getting to build again, unless I do it for free, which I cannot. So I'm going to build for sure, because I have level 6, and I have a tablet, and I have a stone, and I have a food. So that means I spend all these and snatch also this one. And the final level opens, needs 2 tablets, which I'm going to theoretically do easily with all this clay here. Okay, so that's from the build. Then I will definitely need to do some research, but I cannot with these icons. Ugh. Can I do... I can only do sorry, this one. So I gain 2 strength. I'm opting not to attack, to go for the building more this game, I don't know. And then I build with 1 wood, 1 more unit. So I'm building that one here as well. Okay. And then I have these icons, which I don't think they do much. No, they don't. That's fine. Okay, so his turn. 2 cards. First card, research. There it is. Second card, gather and trade. Nope, lost opportunity. Going to be reshuffled again. So that means he's doing research and grow. Increase your population by 1. Ooh, that's a bummer. Then discover the next build technology and the least upgraded technologies. So the next build technology is going to be from woodworking, which is level 2 for him, to urbanization, which is level 3. So now he's 1 step closer to building hanging gardens, but I think he lost the race because I was very fast to build my architecture to be able to hopefully steal as much as possible, maybe even all the way, all the steps of the hanging gardens. I'm doing really well on that stage. And then this is out. Very nice and slick system. I tend to say that at the beginning this was a bit more, sounded a bit convoluted, but when I started playing it, it made sense. If you have these decks, the strategy decks, if you have less than 2 settlements, it has, so it goes 8. So that means this goes higher priority from number 10, which is here. Okay, and this is shuffled again in there. Then my turn. Okay, I will roll my dinky dice. So I can do with that and this a free upgrade, which is exactly what I want. We'll use 1 clay to get 3 tablets. Okay. Can I also do a build? maybe I can do it from my main action here. Anyways, I am using also these. To spend a wood and build. One more archer. Okay. And then from the upgrade, so I should have first upgraded. So from the upgrade, I'm going to be upgrading the warfare, and then first do the build of the warfare and then upgrade it. I also need 2 knuckle bones. So I'm going to warfare level 3, which I think is animal husbandry. There it is. Okay, nice. Now I can also train horses, that's good. But I think I'm going to really rush it to the end, because from the build I'm going to spend 2 tablets to build the last piece of the hanging gardens. Okay, there's no need for me not to do so. And finish the game. Right, finish the game because the hanging gardens have been completed, so he cannot play. So we go to final scoring. So this will be interesting. Let me calculate final scoring for the game. Let me do that with my favorite. So 2 players. Next, it's myself. I'm the red player, so Vangelis. And the blue player is Automaton. Okay, so let's see. First, the event track. First place gives 9 points. So for the event track, I have 9 points. That's me. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And he has, for the second place, 6 points. For the population track, is the other way around. He managed to go on top, so he is ahead. So he has 9, and I have 6. So I think it's equal. We balance out there. Then for the hanging gardens, I think I have a massive amount of victory points here from all the steps of the hanging garden. So it's 5. You don't see that, it's off screen. These are all the pieces I collected. So that's 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, plus 4, 15 points. So I get a massive 15 points from the hanging gardens. Then trade icons. I have only 1 with no victory points, plus 1 more with 1 more victory point, so it's 31. He has 2 with 2 victory points, so it's 2 for him. Trade tokens. Event tokens on the map. Again, 2 victory points from this one, and 0 victory points from that one because I moved out, so I lost the opportunity to get the victory points from there. That's fine. And he gets 0 from events. From settlements, he controls. I don't have any settlement. He has 1 settlement, so he gains 1 victory point. And from quest cards, I have calendar and literature, and own 2 tablets. No, oh, I have only 1 tablet. Then urbanization, I have architecture, which is higher, and literature I have, and again I need 2 tablets, which I only have 1. That's a pity. Oh. And then trade routes, which I have level 3 on the explore, plus animal husbandry, yeah, and own 3 knuckle bones. That's, I have a lot of knuckle bones there, so this one I fulfilled, so I gained 2 more victory points from there. His own objectives. He has architecture level 4, no. He has calendar, trade routes, and on free wood. No, and I'm not sure if he gets victory points from there, but anyway, he has calendar, animal husbandry, and on free food. No, so he has no points from there. But again, I'm not sure if this counts also for the NPC. And that's about it. So I win in the easy mode, okay, with 35 versus 18. I tried to play a bit rush on the build and expand on the technologies, which it definitely paid it off, and managed to build all 5 steps of the Hanging Gardens, awarding me 15 points. I think the difference here was basically my rush to build the Hanging Gardens and gave me 15 victory points from there. So there you have it. This is an example of how Mesopotamia plays as a solo. Really enjoyed this game. I'm definitely going to level up and try it on a higher level, on the medium level, and most probably mix around the NPCs, play versus pick up a different civilization, play against different civilization, because this really does make a difference. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Until the next time, many thanks for watching.